Hi guys, so right now I'm in Bandar Sunway, alright, this is LDP, and here I'm at a used car lot. So what am I doing at the used car lot? Collecting my car. So, yep, I finally bought a BMW E39. Not this one, this is a very nice, neat looking example. But I bought the Uncle Spec 520i. The adventure begins. Alright, so now just collected the E39, and there will be a series of videos that I'll be coming up, to tell you more about this car. But today I'm going to talk about my journey that led me to this car. Now, is it since I was a youngster? Okay, now let's go even further back. Let's go back to the days when I was a kid. Now, contrary to what many people will tell you, right, I did not grow up as a BMW fan. In fact, during my secondary school years, I was very much a Mitsubishi Evo fan. Yeah, so I grew up as a Mitsubishi fanboy, right? And of course, you know, that was the time when the Mitsubishi had this long-running rivalry with Subaru, you know, in the WRC, and it is why that until today, okay, I maintain a very healthy respect for Subaru, because, you know, since the days of the Evo and the WRX, right, Mitsubishi has went on to give us, you know, has went on to focus its business on pickup trucks, on SUVs and all that. But Subaru has still stuck with their guns and still gave us and still has the WRX, the STI and all that. So I drove the STI a few years back, and you know, that car it still felt old-fashioned. But you've got to give credit to Subaru for, you know, despite being its meager resources, sticking to their guns in their engineering and continuing to produce top quality cars. Now, so then I entered my teenage years, then I entered my uni years, okay, and it was around the early to mid 2000s that BMW launched the E60. Okay, that was the time that, because the E60 was the Chris Bangle era, and you know, cars like the E60 and then the E65 7 Series, they were such radical designs that immediately, you know, BMW just, I believe the E60 was the car really that in which BMW made that jump from, you know, to become a proper challenger to Mercedes. All right, so, but you see, at the time when the E60 first came out, right, I didn't like its design, and that made me really appreciate the E39's design. And you know, since young, right, since I was in my 20s, every time I look at an E39, I was saying, okay, one day when I become rich, I'm going to buy myself one of these. And you know, over the years, right, I also heard horror stories that say, wow, you know, E39 very expensive to maintain and all that. So I never had the courage to make the plunge. And then but in recent years, prices of the E39 have fallen to, like, you know what, you can get an early unit 998 unit for less than 15,000. all right, this one, I bought this car, this is a 520i 2.2. I bought this for 24,000 ringgit on the road. It was advertised on car list for 25, but I went to the dealer, I told him, I said, hey bro, I only have 25 to hit the road. If you can make a deal, we make a deal. If not, too bad. So, well, so he said, so nego. Then after that, we brought the car over to Wearnes for a health check. We found a few things. Because when I test drove the car, right, I noticed that there was a bit of a sideways vibration, okay, and I couldn't quite put my finger to it, and the dealer straight away confessed to me, was, bro, this car has been in storage for a couple of months, and he believes that it is a misfire due to worn out coil pack. And true enough, when we went to Wearnes, we put into the OBD, one of the cylinders are misfiring, so that needs to be changed, and the cylinder head top gasket needs to be changed. But that's about it really. And of course it needs a new set of tires, and it needs a new, and then some of the suspension arms are a bit worn out, and as I'm driving now, the brake warning light has just shown up, so that is something that I need to check on in a while. But overall, the condition of this car, it looks fantastic. It looks good as new. BMW E39s are notorious for brittle interior plastics. This car is one that among many that I've seen, this car's condition has held up the best. So yeah, so hence why I bought it. My experience with the dealer also has been extremely positive. So just now when I was at the dealer lot, they don't have a very large collection of cars, but what they do have, but they really focus on, on high quality high quality premium cars. They focus on BMWs, Mercedes and all that. So they've got, like, I saw an E90, a couple of E90s, I saw some Audis there, then I saw the 4 Series and all that. So yeah, very honest, and the salesman Peter, very honest guy, highly recommend him. Right, when I presented him the quotation from Wearnes, he straight away knocked another 1k off the price, which I genuinely appreciate. Yeah, so now I'm heading over to Wearnes to have to get all the things sorted, and once I'm there, I will resume the video. Alright guys, so the 520i is here at Wearnes, waiting for its turn to undergo its service. As you can see, we have a very full workshop today, so the car may have to spend the night here, which is, well, if have to means have to lah, because what we don't want to do when you are sending your car for servicing and repairs is you don't want to rush the technicians. You want them to have to feel that, they are not in a hurry to service your car, so that this ensures that they do a properly good job. Okay, so I'm going to do a walk around of this car in a separate video, after spending maybe a week or two down the road. Then I will do a more detailed walk around to highlight some of the aspects of this car. But yeah, overall, look at this. Look at the condition of this car. It's beautiful, man. It's stunning. Just look at the tail light lenses. Way, it's clear. It's fucking clear. Right, the BM's being hoisted up. And so, as per our previous check here before I bought the car, we know that this car has a misfire, so that means we need new spark plugs, new coil packs, and a new top gasket, which was discovered as wearing out during our previous check. And along the way here, I found that the check there was a warning light, asked me to check the condition of the brakes. So okay, this panel probably will need a replacement. Okay, so we have found that the warning light was to indicate that the rear brake pads have worn out, so that is another thing that needs to be added to the replaceables. Here's another look at the undercarriage. Now this part of it, okay, so you see that cover there is broken. This cover is gone altogether. Okay, I believe it was taken off. So probably we have to look into getting these two replaced. Now, so the other thing with the 520i, all right, this car came stock with 16-inch alloy wheels. These were the stock wheels, and the sizes are 225, 55, ZR16. Now this tire, okay, let me just look for the date marker. 4511. This tire has been installed in this car since 2011, right from the time that the previous owner bought this car. Right, I'm the 4th owner of this car. Right, so the problem with these tires is that this has become a special size, and 225 55 ZR16, the prices are thereabouts the same with that of 17-inch wheels. So at this stage, I am seriously considering to upsize these wheels, okay, to 17s. That would give me access to a greater variety of tires. So right now they are removing the wheels to just quickly check the brake disc thickness. Having found that the brake pads are running thin. Now some versions of the E39, okay, come with raisable sunshades, and they also have C-pillar sunshades. Now the one in this car, they're supposed to have this C-pillar sunshade here, which this triangle window sunshade here, which there's a hook here, but the whole thing is broken. Okay, the mechanism is broken. The previous owner took it out and just chucked it aside in the boot, so I found them back. And what I plan to do later, maybe perhaps, is to just remove the entire mechanism and reinstall back the cover. So this is for the other side of it. Okay, I plan to just put back this cover here to cover it, to make it give it a neater appearance. Alright, so I got the right side one fitted back into the door, okay, but this mechanism is jammed, so no problem. This is not a big deal, just don't use this. This one, however, this one is a bit more tricky because the shade is stuck in a permanently open position. Right, so what I did was I've removed the sunshade. Okay, cut this part out, remove the sunshade, and now this is just an empty plastic which I'm going to slot back into the car. Alright, so I just put back the empty plastic here. So there's a gap here, no big deal, but it covers the metal, right? And well, so there's this hook here that serves no function anymore, but that's fine really. It's not that I come from a car with a rear sunshade, so losing this, not a big deal. I do still appreciate this one, however, especially if I'm fetching my daughter over a long distance trip. This sunshade would really come in very, very handy. Right, so we are opening up the engine. So here are the old ignition coils, 6 of them. These will be replaced. So here's something that I just seen. This is locally assembled. Alright, so this plug here shows it is assembled locally in Malaysia at the now defunct AMIM plant. Alright, now all current BMWs, the CKD BMWs in Malaysia are assembled in Kulim. So this is a CKD BMW from a different era altogether. Alright, so as you can see, right, these guys here, they are very thorough. All the nuts and bolts removed from the engine are being dropped into this box. And that little thing there, that's a magnet to pull out any washers or bolts or nuts that are stuck in hard, difficult to reach corners. So here's a look inside the engine. The M54 B22 2.2 liter inline 6. Leaking ya? Mana leaking? Itu so, jadi itu hari tukar top gasket kan? You cakap untuk fix ni kan? Gasket. So gasket ni ya? Itu hari sudah quote kan? Sekarang bersihkan dalam engine ya? Okay, so they are cleaning the internals. Ni timing chain kan? There's the timing chain. This is I think my first car with a timing chain. Okay, so we've got new gaskets in place, right? So these are new gaskets, new set of gaskets, new coil packs. and new plugs. Alright guys, so it's 4:15 p.m. and it's getting late. So they told me that the car is going to need to spend another day here to complete all the necessary repairs and servicing, which is fine. So tomorrow the car should be ready, but tomorrow I've got a full day ahead, and that means that it will be only the day after tomorrow that I'm picking the car up. Got a bit of a problem. So they've detected a bulge in the rear tires. Alright, so the 520i is coming out. It's not job done yet. Alright, we still need a new set of tires, but the engine is now fully serviced. Maybe later on in the I will do a lubricant change, right? Full lubricant change. That this time around I only just changed the engine oil. Yep. Then maybe later on I need to refurbish the suspension as well. But yeah, the most pressing concern right now would be to get a new set of tires. And the dilemma right now I'm facing would be whether to maintain these rims, okay, and source for get 225 55 16s, or to go to a chop shop and look for 17s and go 235 45 17. Yeah, but I need to do it quickly because this rear left tire is gone already. It's tak boleh pakai for long distance anymore. So yeah, definitely have to be done within these 2 days.